It's time to rise off your seat and stand on your feet.
Here we go. First preseason race of the new year. Brandon Shepard in the B5 comes to the green flag. Here comes Chris Madden now around the top side. Bobby Pierce is going to try and make a play for second place, but Brandon Shepard now has the lead as they head onto the back straight. So in case no one knows how this works, there will be Oswego and Eldora, the track we're racing at right now, for all the preseason races, the two tracks that will be used for all the preseason races. And then at the start of 2025, the new year, then we'll get the actual regular season started. So stick around for that. So Brandon Shepard comes out at the final corner, leads the first few laps. And now Bobby Pierce is trying to catch up to him in second place. But let's see if the B5 can stay out in front now. Here we go, headed on to the front straight again. Dennis Erb Jr. gonna go around the outside. There you see the rear end camera of Brandon Shepard in the B5. Like he's right there fighting with the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Let's see. Bobby Pierce is now gonna try and make a play to the lead of the race, but Shepard stays out in front. Brandon Shepard has built up a pretty decent lead. And he hits the wall, scrapes the wall, has contact with Bobby Pierce, and Pierce takes the lead. That was an unexpected change of events. And now Chris Madden's fighting with Brandon Shepard for second place. Here comes Brandon Shepard heading on to the final corner. Pierce still leads. Shepard goes to the inside. Will he take the lead back? He will. And Brandon Shepard in the B5, he stays out in front now. As they're coming up on lap traffic, you see a lot. Dustin Sorensen, Cody Overton is there. And so headed through turns 1 and 2, Brandon Shepard. Oh man, that was almost very costly error, and the caution is out now. There's been a wreck on the back straightaway. Oh wow, that must have been a very long crash there. So there you see Walker. Here comes Brandon Shepard back to the green flag with Bobby Pierce in 32 right alongside him. Here we go. Dennis Erb Jr. now on the bottom now. Can Brandon Shepard stay ahead? Yes, he can as they head onto the back straight though. Pierce is coming through. Pierce is coming. You see the front end of Brandon Shepard's B5 as they head out of the final corner to complete our first lap under green flag. Now, Dennis Erb Jr. is now ahead of Bobby Pierce. Dennis Erb, can he catch up to Brandon Shepard though in the B5? And Shepard's coming out of the final corner now to complete the second lap now under green flag. And Kyle Bronson's now right up there behind Bobby Pierce. He's going to go to the inside of Bobby Pierce, you know. And Brandon Shepard stays out in front. Well, obviously, but here comes Dennis Erb Jr. Now Kyle Bronson's on the inside of Bobby Pierce. They go 3 wide again, heading out of the final corner. Into turns 1 and 2 now. Dennis Erb Jr. is clearly in second place now. Here comes Ryan Gustin, rim riding the top side. And look at this, Dennis Erb Jr. is actually catching up to the B5. Now, let's see. And Bobby Pierce is now back out in front of them. Can he catch up? Brandon Shepard is just about ahead of Bobby Pierce. And they're fighting with each other, though. Here comes Dennis Erb Jr. right up behind them. Dustin Sorensen about to go a lap down to Brandon Shepard. They've caught onto the tail end of the field here. Headed onto the back straight. Pierce is going to try and take a peek. It's not there. Shepard stays out in front as they head out of the final corner. Wait, Pierce is going to try and get some momentum. He got it. He's down to the lead of the race. Shepard, can he fight back though? On the inside. He's just right there down to the bottom of the track. My voice just cracked there. As Stormy Scott, they're lapping Stormy Scott now. He just got overtaken by Colton Flinner. Now, headed out of the final corner, Shepard. He's right up there behind Kyle Strickler, and he's now in first place as there is a fight going on currently between Dennis Erb Jr. and Cade Dillard as they come on to the next lap. This is a battle for third, by the way. Shepard, as I said earlier, he's safe in first place, and Cade Dillard's going to go to the inside. Here comes Chris Madden now. Dennis Erb is going to hold his position. Dennis Erb Jr., he spins now. Dennis Erb spins, and he gets T-boned by, I think that was Ryan Gustin. That was indeed Ryan Gustin. You see, he was slowed away from it. And, oh boy, Dennis Erb Jr., he might have to be checked out of the Basswood Speed Shop hot pit. He goes a lap down. Here we go, back to the restart. Brandon Shepard chose the outside, surprisingly, for this one. Does it pay dividends? It does not. Pierce is now out in front of him. But it's going to be the old switcheroo from Brandon Shepard, and Shepard now back to the front of the field. Everyone is fighting for positions in the background, as you saw there. Here they come. Shepard leads the first lap under green flag conditions. They head through one and two now, headed onto the back straight. Shepard. Will Pierce give him another run for his money, or will Shepard just dominate the rest of the way? We're more than 50% of the way through this, so Shepard leads it ahead of Pierce, and then Chris Madden is there behind them. There's Ryan Gustin. Brandon Shepard, you see the drone cam getting a little too low there. And here comes Pierce to the inside of Brandon Shepard. Does Shepard stay in front of him? And Shepard, he does stay ahead. So, headed now. Pierce, he's sticking with the low lane though. As here he comes, now through turns 1 and 2. Brandon Shepard still out in front. Bronson's having a little bit of a fight there between Chris Madden and Ryan Gustin. And Kate Dillard. See the rear end camera of Brandon Shepard. And oh, he hits the wall. Man, he's really flirting with disaster right now. He's right in the wall for most of turn 2. And out of turn 2 now. Pierce is right up there on his rear end. Pierce and Shepard fighting, scrambling for the top spot, and Shepard hits the wall again. Oh yeah, he's gonna have to stick with the middle if he doesn't want to do much damage to his race car, and he does stick with the middle lane. Headed out of turn 4. Pierce to the inside of Brandon Shepard. Shepard is out in front now, still out in front. And the others are actually catching up to them. And you know what you know who the front runners are catching up with? They are just about catching on to the tail end of the field. We are gonna see some lap traffic getting involved in this one. So Shepard, and then Pierce, then Gustin, and then Madden to the drone cam, way too low again. The drone cam might want to back out of this one, cause oh no! Shepard. Yes, the drone cam does back out. So Shepard, almost has contact. Pierce also having some troubles. Head through, and there's contact with Joseph Joyner. No damage done to either car. And Shepard, way low. After lapping Dustin Walker, a man brought out the first caution of the race. Oh boy, oh boy. Brandon Shepard will get the Barretts 1 lap to go. One more time around for Brandon Shepard. It was a hard-fought race. A very big battle with Bobby Pierce and them. But Brandon Shepard in the B5 comes out of the final corner and wins the first race of the preseason.